is CWF Hall of Famer Phil the Real Deal Bishop.
Thank you, Bobby. We've got an amazing show tonight. I can't believe all the action. I am so excited. Why don't you tell everybody what we can expect from CWF Uprising tonight?
Absolutely, tonight, the new interdenominational champion, Omega, is defending his title in a gut check gauntlet. There are 7 other competitors vying to become the new ID champion. He's got his work cut out for him. We are also having the #1 contender match for the CWF Tag Team titles as Onslaught takes on the Bible Club. And in our main event, there is a title versus title match. Representing CWF West Texas is the Tex Division champion, the William Martyr, going 1-on-1 with our new CWF champion, the Guardian.
Now, Bobby, I do not like CWF West Texas for reasons that I won't name right here, so I'm putting my money on the Guardian. But before I do that, I want to turn over to the voice of the Christian Wrestling Federation, Chris Beard.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Christian Wrestling Federation. Are you ready? Without further ado, our new interdenominational champion, Omega!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CWF Uprising. I'm Bobby Graham, and I know things. Sitting next to me is Phil the Real Deal Bishop. And Phil, we are starting off with our new interdenominational champion, Omega.
Omega, the interdenominational champion. He's got his work cut out for him tonight. It is going to be time for the Gut Check Gauntlet. 7 other men are going to enter the ring, and they all want the ID title around their waist.
Omega is the ultimate underdog, but he overcame the odds. He became the #1 contender. He faced the winner of a Battle Royal last month, that being TJ Slater. Had a tremendous match. TJ Slater's tag team partner in Property of Self, Levi Lucas tried to interfere. It backfired, and Omega walks out your new interdenominational champion.
Omega, a fighting champion.
Now, Omega, I know for a fact that you're a beast. You have earned the title, the ultimate underdog. Last month, when you walked out of here with that title, nobody was more proud than the CWF Universe. Except for maybe you. This has been a long time coming. And I know that you came to me in the back and you said, Beard, I want to be a fighting champion. I've got to run the gut check gauntlet. And in order to be a fighting champion, I want #1. My friend, you've got it. You will run from the beginning of the gauntlet to the end of the gauntlet in order to maintain championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the Gut Check Gauntlet will consist of a series of matches. As each match ends, via standard rules, the loser will return to the back and we will see the next entrant into the gauntlet. Whoever is standing in the middle of this ring as winner at the end of the gauntlet will leave tonight the interdenominational champion. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Bobby. I'm ready. And Omega's ready.
Enough talking. It's time for some action. Your first opponent, making his singles debut,
Retro Dewey Declan making his singles debut here at Uprising. We saw him last month in a Battle Royal, the Battle Royal, to determine who would face Omega in the main event. And this is his first shot at one-on-one action. He's got a lot to prove, but what an opportunity. In theory, Bishop, he could walk out tonight the CWF Interdenominational Champion. Now, the numbers are against him because he drew #2. Truthfully, he drew #1. Omega had the champion's advantage, refused a champion's advantage, and said, I want #1. Now making Dewey Declan #2. The question is, can he beat the ultimate underdog?
Well, that is the question. Referee Aaron Scott holding up the interdenominational belt. And here we go, one-on-one. Dewey Declan. Omega. And the bell is rung.
I am interested to see what happens here. You see a sign of sportsmanship, shaking hands between Omega and Dewey Declan. I talked to Dewey. He's been training for about 9 months now, and he is just wanting to bring back the good old days of wrestling. Having fun. He's all about energy, good feeling. See a big shoulder tackle there. He has the size advantage against Omega, which pretty much everybody in CWF does. Duck behind, goes hip toss by Omega.
And Omega showing why he is the interdenominational champion, and he's got Dewey Declan, D-E-C-L-A-N, running for his life.
Arms right there, and then Omega shaking hands again. Great sportsmanship. Collar and elbow tie-up. Strength advantage going to Declan. Gets him back in the corner. Here we see a clean break and a chop.
Woo! Not a fan of the chops, Bobby, but now Dewey Declan lighting up the chest of the interdenominational champion.
Chops are proof that it is better to give than to receive, Phil. Up and over.
Oh, look at this pin. 1, 2.
Only a 2.
Beautiful athleticism by the champ.
Ducks the line.
Oh, sidewalk slam by Dewey Declan. We may have a new champ.
Could this be? No, only a 2, but what a maneuver by Dewey Declan.
Hooked on Phonics may work for you, Bobby.
It just might. Here he goes for a vertical suplex. Yes.
Beautifully executed.
Very well done. He must have a good trainer.
Again, only a count of 2. Dewey Declan. And he's slowing the pace down a little bit. He needs to be focused on the champion right now.
You cannot give Omega an opportunity to regroup.
Champion very slow to get up.
Look at this. Omega code! Omega code! Is that going to be enough? 1, 2, 3. Dewey Declan has been eliminated.
Quick work of Dewey Declan.
Dewey Declan has been eliminated.
Omega's going to hang on to that title just a little while longer. Let's see who his next competitor is going to be.
Who drew number 3? Oh, my goodness. It is PFC Graham. And PFC Graham's had quite the mean streak lately in a nasty feud with Jesus Freak Rob Vaughn. They are scheduled to go one-on-one inside the steel cage at Eternal on December the 2nd. And you talked about slowing down the pace. It looks like PFC Graham is doing that right now. He is in no rush to get in the ring. So on one hand is wise, but on the other hand, you're giving Omega a chance to regroup.
PFC Graham, Omega, and of course Graham goes in with the advantage as he's a former CWF champion, been in the ring for about 13, 14 years, and Omega's already winded from that first match.
Exactly, quite the advantage, but the momentum and the crowd are on the side of Omega. He goes, tilt-a-whirl!
My God!
Tilt-a-whirl head scissors by the champion. The reigning champion goes for the Omega code. Oh! Spine buster. PFC Graham is on fire right now.
Wow. Shades of Arn Anderson. And look at PFC Graham dropping those elbows right into the heart of Omega. You know, Bobby, with Omega, you got to stay away from the kidneys. The heart, fair game, but don't hit him in the kidneys.
Well, he's got the biggest heart in CWF. Look at this. Big body slam.
And that big leg drop with that military issue boot.
Only a 2. See a look of frustration there, PFC Graham. But that's a normal look. He's had that look all day. He is just an angry, frustrated individual.
Well, and we've seen over the last few weeks, he just devolved into this obsession with Rob Vaughn.
He's blaming Jesus Freak for all of his problems, and I understand his frustration. I'm not saying he's right, but I understand his frustration. Going from a former CWF champion, he had a 2-year title reign, which he likes to mention every opportunity he gets, to reffing. He had to take some time away, had some injuries, so they put him in a referee position, and then he's had to fight tooth and nail to try and get back on the card. I understand his frustration, but Jawbreaker, that'll cut your tongue if you're not careful.
Rock the world of the former champion, and here goes Omega with a big bulldog. Omega getting a second win. Is he going to pull it off, Bobby? Is he going to be able to win this second match in the Gut Check Gauntlet?
Here he goes for the clothesline through the corner.
Almost kicked the camera guy. I'd like to see that in 3D.
Right? Crowd chanting for Omega. He goes for the splash and misses. Oh, nobody home. That's why they call it a high-risk maneuver.
High-risk maneuver. The reward is great, but the alternative is bad. And Omega is feeling it now. PFC Graham seizing control of this match.
Here he goes.
Oh, Nelson. My goodness.
Half Nelson on the champion.
And is that going to be enough to put... But Graham's not covering it.
He is not. He's taking too much time here.
Tons of time. Not what a champion or someone thinking to be a champion should do. Oh, he's going to do it again.
He went for a half Nelson. Now he's going full Nelson facebuster.
Oh, my God.
He has ended many a match with that. He won the CWF title with that very maneuver.
And look at the disgust on the face of PFC Graham. He just looks absolutely disgusted. He has no respect for Omega, but listen to the crowd getting behind our champion.
He is one of the fan favorites here. Omega hits an RKO. That's got to be it. Now he finally goes for a pin. And Omega is eliminated. So we are guaranteed to have a new ID champion by the end of this match.
Absolutely sick.
The crowd hates it.
Oh, and he just spit at the crowd. Well, right now, PFC Graham is your interdenominational champion. But look at who just came through the crowd.
Aiden the Dragon Tugboat making his singles debut. And he just gets his head taken off. Vicious clothesline from PFC Graham. Man, he came in with the fury and got taken out quick.
Oh,
there's
my
that Half Nelson facebuster once again.
Aiden not getting off to a great start in this match is the new ID champ taking it to the Dragon.
That's correct. Gets his head rammed into the corner.
And he's stomping him right in the gut.
This poor kid.
And I know all too well what this is leading up to, Bobby.
What is it leading up to, Phil?
Leading up to that drop kick in the corner with those size 11 military issue boots. Oh! He just caved his chest in.
Oh, there is nowhere to go, and you just got a steel turnbuckle in your back when those feet drive through your chest. Right now, PFC Graham was just toying with Aiden the Dragon Tugboat, excuse me. There you go. Full Nelson facebuster once again. Put him away. You're not paid by the hour. He is sending a message right now.
He is letting Rob Vaughn know that his sights are solidly on his match with the Jesus Freak.
He is out to prove he is a force to be reckoned with. The crowd getting behind Aiden. They barely even know the kid. I think it's just out of hatred for PFC Graham.
Another RKO.
Jeremy said, "Welcome to Uprising."
Well, PFC Graham ends up being your winner again.
Wait a minute. You know that music?
Jesus Freak! It's Jesus Freak! He's getting back to the ring!
First time back in 2.5 years! These two are going at it, fist or flight. Good luck, Aaron Scott, trying to get them to stop.
They're not going to wait for cage matches. They're going at it right now!
And I gotta tell you, Phil, it is good to see Jesus Freak back in the ring in an official capacity.
But the man has not wrestled. Oh, spear! Spear by the Jesus Freak! And he is just dropping bombs on PFC Graham.
We have not, look at this, this isn't wrestling. This is a brawl.
PFC Graham finally makes some room, but I was going to say Jesus Freak has not been in the ring in over 3 years since he had that heart attack. His heart stopped 3 times. Does he have what it takes to compete at the level he used to compete at?
That's a good question. He's got the crowd behind him. I'm surprised PFC Graham let him up. He's charging. Double clothesline.
And both men are down. This is what I'm afraid of. We don't know what kind of condition Rob Vaughn is in. He says he's been medically cleared. But at 52 years old, after a massive heart attack, does he have what it takes?
He beat Death 3 times. He thinks he can beat PFC Graham as well, and he thinks that he can be the next interdenominational champion.
Well,
he's got a lot to prove, though. He's still got several more competitors after this. There's 3 more competitors after this.
Well, PFC Graham's on one side of the ring, Jesus Freak is on the other, and they've locked eyes. They're going for it, Bobby!
Oh, shot to the midsection.
PFC Graham is on it. Oh, my gosh!
Just rammed his head in.
PFC Graham is on a mission to end the career of Jesus Freak Rob Vaughn. Oh! The Jesus Freak right in front of us, Bobby, and he's just stepping on the throat of PFC Graham.
Count him up. He's going for a count.
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, both PFC Graham and Jesus Freak Rob Vaughn have been eliminated due to count.
Well, they may have been eliminated, Bobby, but they are still going at it. Oh, my gosh. We're going to have to get some help back here before somebody gets seriously hurt.
This is nuts. I have never seen either of these two like this before.
Never in my 39 years.
We need 2 more wrestlers.
So does that vacate the interdenominational title?
Technically so, because it's the man who ends the match. But now we have the Apostle Luke 9. The Apostle Luke 9 is the next entrant. 2 more after this. Wait a minute. There's Chris Chaos from Onslaught. Chris Chaos from Onslaught just attacked Luke 9 in the entranceway. He's stomping the leg. Just on stomp the leg. And this is interesting, Phil, because later tonight we have in the #1 contenders match for the CWF tag titles, we have Bible Club, Johnny Lawless and Big Fitz versus Onslaught, Hostage Hirsch and Trent Mercer. So
well, here we go. Chris Chaos taking it to Luke 9.
Onslaught has said they're going to take out Bible Club. They're systematically going to dismantle them. Here's the opportunity for Chris Chaos to become interdenominational champion and weaken the Bible Club. And that would give serious momentum to Onslaught going into that tag match later on tonight. You see him working the leg of the Apostle Luke 9. It's a great strategy, honestly.
When you talk about taking out the Bible Club systematically, here is step 1. Luke 9, the newest member of the Bible Club, and Chaos has an opportunity.
Roll up! Luke 9 wins! Aaron, get him to the back. The match is over. We have 1 more entrant left. But Luke 9 is hurt. Chris Chaos is eliminated. Luke 9 now has to go one-on-one with Jack Calloway, our final entrant.
Luke 9 favoring that left knee. One of these 2 men, though, is going to be the interdenominational champion.
You're absolutely right.
Video with the guys right? That'll be great. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I'll call you tomorrow. All right, bye.
Quite possibly the longest intro music in CWF history.
It sounded like they were on a phone call. We don't have time for phone calls. This is professional wrestling. We are still awaiting the arrival of Jack Calloway.
Jack Calloway playing mind games right now. I think the reason for this, he's making Luke wait, but that's giving him an opportunity to rest.
Absolutely right, Bobby. This is not smart. Jack Calloway should have come out strong working on that knee. And there he goes. Finally got the lead out of his pants.
Look at that. He just makes a beeline for him.
Well, Jack Calloway stomping on Luke 9's leg. Oh, my goodness. Luke 9 may be seriously hurt. There's a 2 count. Jack Calloway wanting that ID title, wanted to make a name for himself here. And Jack Calloway is taking it to the current interdenominational champion, Luke 9. Bobby, I don't know if Luke 9 has what it takes to finish this match.
Oh my goodness! He had him upside down. Luke was on his head, and he drove his knee into the ground.
And Jack Calloway just throwing the Apostle down. And again, look at him. Very smart. Going to work on that knee. Going to work on that leg. If a man can't stand, he can't fight. I learned that from Sensei Terry Silver on Karate Kid 3.
Look at this. He just drove the leg into the corner post.
He's going to do it again, Bobby. He's going to do it again.
He's pulling it down on the apron now. He's hyperextending the tendons. He's hyperextending the hamstring. You can tear an ACL. You can tear an MCL. There's so many things that can happen here. Aaron Scott, for the sake of safety, coming to the outside, to the outside, to the outside to help the Apostle Luke 9.
I don't think I've ever seen Aaron Scott more energized and in a wrestler's face than right then, asserting his authority. Great job, but now Luke 9 with his second win, and a big right hand, and a chop, and a big right hand. Oh, but look at that knee slowing him down.
It's slowing him down, and he goes, oh! He just eats the turnbuckle.
This may not be the night for Luke 9, and I know for a fact you know things, Bobby, but I know people. Luke 9's 3 children are in attendance, and we may have to get him out of here because Luke 9 may be crippled by the end of this match.
But he is bound and determined to show the skids. Oh my goodness, he is a fighter. What a night this could be for Bible Club. Imagine if Luke is able to somehow win this match, and then Johnny and Fitz are able to win the #1 contendership for the tag titles. They would be on top of the Christian Wrestling Federation.
Oh, and now a full mount by Luke 9, and Luke 9's dropping bombs. You know, Bobby, you said this could be the start of a great night for the Bible Club. People say that God doesn't work miracles anymore, and right now it would take a miracle for a Luke 9 with that injured leg to win this match.
Oh, and he just took a big boot to the face. A miracle if he still got all his teeth after that kick.
Jack Calloway trying to make a name for himself. Great physique, great wrestling so far. Love his intensity.
Oh, neck breaker! And, you know, Jack Calloway, we have seen him before with his tag partner, Zay Carter. Zay Carter is out with a leg injury. And then you see Jack Calloway trying to do the same kind of injury to the Apostle Luke 9.
Big clothesline by Luke 9. Another big clothesline, and Jack Calloway is rocked.
Kick to the midsection. It goes in. Oh!
Leg lariat from behind. Is it enough? He's got him covered.
I thought we had a new champion.
I did too. Referee Aaron Scott saying it was only 2. Luke 9 going back to the drawing board.
He's got a front chancery. Is he going for that DDT? Oh, a nice counter by Jack Calloway. He's mocking the prayer of the Apostle Luke 9. What a jerk.
It's all about the mind games, Bobby.
You're absolutely right, Bishop.
Big boot. Jack Calloway gets him set up.
Got him in front chancery himself. Kick. Goes up. Big DDT.
That was
DDT.
an enormous DDT.
Is that going to be enough? He hooks the leg. We've got a new champion.
Luke 9, your new interdenominational champion.
And I will say this, the interdenominational title is all about fighting. It's all about working. It's all about no champion's advantage. Omega set the precedent in this match. And my understanding is going forward, there's not really going to be much of a champion's advantage. They're going to have to fight every single month. We are not going to see people go months without a title defense. This is the fighter's title. This is all about proving yourself. Uprising is the proving ground for professional wrestling.
And it's also the proving ground for the CWF. Who deserves to be on that main roster? Who deserves to be a champion? Who deserves to be a champion, a fighting champion? This man right here, absolutely a fighting champion.
Absolutely. Now, can his brothers in the Bible Club have the same result tonight when they take on Onslaught for the #1 contendership for the tag titles?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up one more time for our brand new interdenominational champion, Luke 9. Now I've got a question for you. Who in this room has been to a CWF show in December?
I have, Bobby.
I have too.
In December, as long as I can remember, we put up a cage. 2 weeks from tonight, in this very ring, all matches will be contested inside a steel cage. That will include PFC Graham and Rob Vaughn right here.
I'm honestly looking forward to that
The
now.
very next night, don't worry, we're going to take the cage down. We're going to have the CWF Kids Show. These kids work so hard, y'all. I think that they work harder than some of the wrestlers that you're going to see tonight. I don't know, but I'm seeing them work hard. They put everything that they've got into it. And ladies and gentlemen, the CWF Kids ladies and the CWF Kids gentlemen's titles will be on the line right here December 3rd. And I believe I got this as the last match was closing. We've got to check contracts. But Luke 9 will be defending his brand new interdenominational title on December 16th, the next Uprising show. You guys want to know who he's facing? How about Ozzy? You want to know how he's going to be defending? In a ladder match.
Ladder match!
I'm just saying, December for the CWF is looking pretty good.
Wow!
But you guys didn't come here to hear me talk, did you?
No.
Oh no, he's got a nice voice.
Our next match
And a nice beard.
will be for the #1 contendership for the CWF Tag Team titles. And the first contenders are Onslaught.
Onslaught returning to Uprising. They have wreaked havoc whenever they have been here. We already saw Chris Chaos in the Gut Check Gauntlet, but tonight, Hostage Hirsch and Trent Mercer will be taking on Johnny Lawless and Big Fitz in tag team action. There you see Trent Mercer, Chris Chaos, and Hostage Hirsch, collectively known as Onslaught. They have been impressive, whether you love them or hate them. They have been very impressive in tag team action here in the CWF, and they outlasted Zay Carter and Jack Calloway, as well as Property of Self, to become the representatives of Uprising in this tag team match. Bible Club won the tag team tournament in July to represent Eternal. Due to schedule conflicts, we have not been able to have this match until tonight. But tonight, we crown new #1 contenders for the CWF tag team titles, currently held by Tim the Perfect Storm and the Apocalypse Adam Asher.
Man, I tell you, Bobby, you talk about how impressive these guys are in tag team action. They're impressive in singles action. This is going to be an incredible match to see Onslaught versus the Bible Club. Who's going to come out on top?
That is a very good question. Hostage has the mic.
CWF. Are you guys ready for Onslaught versus the Bible Club? Well, sadly, I don't think that's going to happen tonight. You see, I heard there was a red Corvette that lost a few lug nuts on the highway on the way here.
Red Corvette? Wait a minute. And what is that Trent Mercer has? Is that a tire iron?
Fitz drives a red Corvette.
Fitz does drive a red.
Fights. It said big fights on it. Anyway,
Fitz!
They're talking about Big Fitz's Corvette!
between Onslaught and Bible Club will not happen, and therefore we are your #1 contenders.
Wait a minute. That's Bible Club music.
You talked earlier about the longest entrance in CWF history.
Did Johnny write that entrance music? I didn't know he was a musician. I knew Luke was.
Well, there's Flawless Johnny Lawless, the founder of the Bible Club, -1 Big Fitz.
But where is Fitz? According to Onslaught, sounds like he's having car trouble for sure.
Cut my music! So, Big Fitz says he came out and found his Corvette, sans one wheel. And I noticed you got a tire iron in your hand there.
Looks like they tried to even the odds. Well, get the odds in their favor, rather.
You think leaving Big Fitz stranded in Fort Worth is going to stop Onslaught versus Bible Club? The contract says Big Fitz and Johnny Lawless of Bible Club. Actually, that's where you need to do a little bit closer reading. It said Onslaught versus the Bible Club. And I'm not sure if you guys remember what happened a couple months ago, or the man who just won the interdenominational title. But there is now a third member of the Bible Club, and his name is Luke.
Johnny Lawless invoking the Freebirds rule for this tag match. And our new interdenominational champion, the Apostle Luke 9, is joining forces. Man, he's already wrestled twice. This is the third match for Luke 9.
Bobby, I was just about to say that. You know, I don't know if this is such a great idea, although it does even up the odds in this tag match. How much more does Luke 9 have to give after already wrestling twice? The advantage has got to go to Trent Mercer and Hostage Hurst of Onslaught.
Absolutely. Because they are fresh, where, like you said, Luke has already wrestled. This will be his third match. He was favoring his leg heavily in those matches. And then the third thing, the wild card in this, is Chris Chaos. Chris Chaos is there at ringside. So based on previous matches where we've seen them, this is really a 3-on-2.
Here's my question, Bobby. You've been a professional wrestler. Why did Why did Johnny Lawless not have you be his tag partner?
My wrestling career was about 50 pounds ago, Bishop. And I know things, and I know that I get paid the same whether I'm talking or wrestling, so I'd rather sit over here.
It's definitely a lot less painful. Bible Club in the house, going for the #1 contendership of the tag team titles. The winners of this match will be the #1 contenders for those tag team titles.
Absolutely.
Well, then your referee is going to be Trevor Thunder. I like to eat at eateries in Greenville.
Here we go. We've been waiting for this match for months. We have Onslaught versus Bible Club. Johnny starting off fresh. Wise move there. Collar elbow tie-up. Lawless and Mercer. Mercer going to grab the wrist. I gotta say the experience advantage goes to Bible Club because of Johnny Lawless, a 5-time CWF champion, a former Texas champion, former tag team champion, looking to become tag team champion once again. Big shoulder there from Flawless Johnny Lawless.
Height advantage going to Lawless. Trent Mercer not one to be messed with.
Leg drop on the arm. This is a great strategy here. Take the arm away.
You work on the shoulder, you work on the tricep.
Nice roll through there with Trent Mercer. That's technically a pin. Referee Thunder out of position.
Well, an Onslaught having to let him know his shoulders are down. We could have had new #1 contenders right there if the referee had been a little more attentive.
In theory, we could have. Now you see Hostage Hurst tagged in, the veteran of the group.
Well, you're going to see Hostage want to slow things down. Johnny's going to want to have that pace really quick, really fast. Hostage is going to slow things down. He's going to want to be meticulous and methodical in what he's doing.
Absolutely. And we have seen Onslaught. They have come from Lion's Pride, and they have been a force to be reckoned with down there as well. We have seen them on Uprising. We have seen them several times here in the Christian Wrestling Federation, and they are a force to be reckoned with. They've got something to prove here tonight as they go one-on-one, or as they face off against the Bible Club.
You said Ryan's Pride. Is that Ryan Hart's wrestling training school?
Lion's Pride.
Oh, Lion's Pride. I thought you said Ryan's Pride. I thought Ryan Hart opened up a training school.
I think, you had the How to Fall Off a Ladder wrestling school, and he's going to have a How to Go Through a Table wrestling school.
With the falling off the ladder, we had to take out a PPP loan during COVID, and we've never really recovered. We're going to go into bankruptcy.
Are you going to declare it?
I declare bankruptcy. Oh, double suplex. Luke Nine's in the ring now against Hostage Hirsch. There's a 2 count, only a 2 count.
And Luke 9 comes in, nice double team there, but I gotta wonder, how is that leg?
How is the leg? How's the gas tank right now after wrestling 2 matches in your third?
Well, Luke 9 has very good cardio. Leg lariat there, his legs look to be built a little better. Gotta wonder if the adrenaline is still pumping because of having 2 matches and then getting called out last minute, because he had to realize Fitz wasn't here.
Great combinations by Luke 9.
Look at that. Trent sacrificed himself to protect Hostage. Very interesting maneuver there by Trent Mercer.
I've never seen that, Bobby, but I'm going to be honest with you. I like that. To your point, that saved Hostage Hirsch from taking the full brunt of going into the corner there.
That's brilliant. I have never seen that. I've been a wrestling fan for 30 years, and I've legitimately never seen that before. Now you see the Irish whip into the corner. Smart maneuver there. Kick to the midsection. Luke 9 is in no man's land right now. Goes for the tag. Gotta think a double team maneuver is gonna come. Body slam by Hostage Hirsch.
Trent Mercer telling him to get him up. Oh, and he just kicked him right in the face! Super kick right to the face, and that could be the match!
That was a beautiful kick.
Somehow, somewhere, Luke 9 was able to dig deep down in where we don't talk about at parties and kick out.
Luke 9 has fight. Luke 9 has grit. He is tough. He's tenacious. And if Omega's not going to be our champion right now, I am proud, I am honored that it is Luke 9 being the ID champion, being the face of Uprising.
Another interesting move by Trent Mercer. Had his foot on the rope, then dropped the entire weight of his body, almost a splash on that left knee. And we know that left knee is really bothering Luke 9 as Johnny Lawless is desperate to get back in the ring.
And Trent just taunting Johnny Lawless, trying to get him in the ring. You see Luke firing up. He's got a couple shots at the midsection, but to no avail. Boot in the corner.
Luke 9 in some serious trouble. Johnny Lawless needing to get in there. Hostage Hirsch back in the ring, back on top, taking it to Luke 9.
Let's see what he's going to do. Working the shoulder now. And the third one.
Bobby, this is exactly what I was afraid of. Luke 9 is absolutely gassed. He's exhausted. He's got a damaged left knee. I don't know how much good he can do in there. He needs to tag out. We need to get Johnny Lawless back in here.
But to Onslaught's credit, they are cutting the ring in half. They are keeping the worn-down opponent in the ring. Old school.
Oh my gosh!
Say what you will about Onslaught, but they are innovative.
How on earth did Luke 9 kick out of that? I don't think my friend Alfredo from Bank of America would even understand that himself.
He's choking him. Johnny trying to get in. Now we see a double team here. Trent Mercer doing the boots while Hostage Hirsch is choking Luke 9.
Johnny Lawless wanting to get in there, but referee Thunder not giving him an inch. There's the legal tag. Trent Mercer's going to come back in. Another double tag move. Excuse me, double team move.
Poetry in motion. Shades of Hardy Boys runs in.
Oh my gosh.
Now Trent with the pin too. How did he kick out?
I have no idea. I really thought Johnny was going to have to make that save somehow. Oh, and look at it. It's Trent Mercer. I think he's poking his eyes. He's not choking me. He's got his thumbs in his eyes.
Johnny is not doing his tag partner any favors right now. He just shut the referee. That could have cost Johnny the match. That could have cost Bible Club the #1 contendership.
You can't fault Johnny for being so emotional. This is a great opportunity to get the, did you say the beautiful tag? Trent Mercer had his back to him, knew exactly what's happening, stuck his arm out.
Look at this,
Hirsch
double leg
made the
sweep.
tag, make a wish. Oh!
Lariat there.
Oh!
Double stomp.
Bobby!
This, tell him to get on the one. Johnny finally able to get in the ring. Break this up. Austin shows him. Johnny is fired up. That allows the double team once again. Trent comes in and stomps.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! I get it, but you're costing your tag partner damage.
Johnny is letting emotions dictate his actions, which is always dangerous.
Look how calm, cool, and collected Onslaught is.
Well, yeah, they've got a 3-on-1 advantage. 3-on-2.
Oh no!
For Bobby.
Sleeper-like maneuver. This is it. This is
Referee
it.
checking.
Nope.
No, he's fighting. He is fighting. He's digging deep. He has got to dig deep. He has got to get to the corner and tag in Johnny Lawless. That is the only hope that Bible Club has right now. I don't care how resilient this kid is. He cannot take on this 2-on-1 beating any longer. He needs Johnny Lawless in this match.
Well, he's fighting his way up. He's on one knee. He's on one knee. He's up. He's up.
The crowd is behind him. Big elbow to the midsection. Hostage turns around, hit the midsection again. He breaks free. Right forearm. They go, they hit the ropes. Double crossbody.
And both men are down.
Wow. Both men went for a crossbody. That'll knock the wind out of you. Both men rocked. Referee Thunder starting the 10 count.
He's at 4, Bobby. He's at 4.
Both men need a tag. Luke more than Hostage. You see that Hostage just kicked him in the face. Great ring awareness by Hostage. Now Johnny Lawless is in. Johnny Lawless is in. So is Trent Mercer. Clothesline. And a second one. Kick to the midsection. Shoots Mercer off. Ducks the line. Back elbow ducked. Goes up. Does press. Does press. He's got right hands. He's taking out his frustrations on Trent Mercer. And a leg drop.
Did you see Johnny had to move the referee out of the way?
Lawless is fired up. You're taking too much time, Johnny. I realize you feed off of the crowd, but this #1 contendership is on the line. Oh! He's going for the revelation. Knocked referee down. And they just took the ID title and clobbered Johnny Lawless with it.
The referee didn't see it. The referee is unconscious on the other side of the ring.
Johnny
it's now
is down.
3-on-1.
Johnny is down. Chris Chaos is in there with the, they're just putting the boots to Johnny Lawless. Luke 9 is trying to get up in the corner.
Look at the pain on his face.
Look at Chris Chaos holding up the ID title. You didn't win that. Luke 9 beat you. Now they're holding Johnny. No! He missed! He pulled Trent Mercer in. Luke 9 climbs in. Chris Chaos trying to figure out what happens. Clotheslines Hostage. Grabs Chris Chaos. Oh! DDT onto the belt! He's got him pinned! He's got to wake the referee up! Trent Mercer's laid out! Folds him in half! New #1 contender!
And new #1 contenders for the tag team titles. The Final Club!
Do you believe that our Lord and our God still works miracles? We've seen 2 here tonight. Bible Club becomes the #1 contenders. Luke 9, Johnny Lawless for the CWF Tag Team titles. That is twice tonight. We have seen a team or a wrestler come back from absolute defeat and clutch victory out of the jaws of defeat.
Luke 9, your new interdenominational champion. And because of the Freebird rule, they were able to win the #1 contendership for the tag team titles. Now I gotta ask you, is it gonna be these two facing Tim Storm and APOC, or is it gonna be Johnny Lawless and Big Fitz? In theory, I would pick Big Fitz, and then Bible Club could have 3 champions. 3 men, 3 champions. That could very well happen once that title match is signed. Speaking of titles, our main event is title versus title. Representing CWF West Texas, we have the Tex Division champion, the William Martyr, going one-on-one with the CWF champion, the Guardian. Both titles are on the line.
Well, the Guardian successfully defended his title last week right here on CWF Eternal. Does he have what it takes to win tonight, retain his title, and become the West Texas Tex Division champion?
We are about to find out.
Johnny Lawless just stole popcorn from a kid in the front row. Johnny Lawless is an evil, evil man.
I think the kid offered it to him.
Oh, I retract my previous statement.
Once again, your new interdenominational champion, the Apostle Luke 9, and new #1 contenders for the tag team titles, the Bible Club.
We're about to go back to Chris Beard for the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, so far tonight, we have a new interdenominational champion. We have new #1 tag team contenders. What we do not have yet is a main event. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Bobby.
Tonight's main event is a title versus title match. We will have your CWF Championship on the line against the CWF West Texas Tex Division Championship. Coming to the ring first, representing CWF West Texas, the Tex Division
The William Martyr, the CWF West Texas Tex Division champion, making his CWF Uprising debut, facing the CWF champion, the Guardian.
Bobby, I had the opportunity to wrestle the William Martyr early on in his career. I was a veteran, he was very much a rookie, but the kid had talent then. He is their current Tex Division champion, and this will be a really interesting competition with our champion versus their Tex Division champion. And as you said, both titles on the line.
William Martyr with a chip on his shoulder, but he is proven very tough, as you mentioned. He just grabs the mic from Beard.
First off, mustache. My name is the William Martyr. See how I did your name wrong? See how I did your name wrong? Where I'm from, we have respect, right? You got my name wrong. I'm not even on the poster for this stupid show. I came all the way from West Texas to defend my title. There's no respect here. None.
Angry.
I'm the real champion over here.
Talks about no respect, but he showed none to Beard just there.
I don't like the West Texas CWF guys.
champion,
So I've heard.
Huckleberry, Tennessee, weighing in at 285 pounds,
And the Guardian here making his Uprising debut, defending the title, and talk about a fighting champion. He defended the title against that dude, Jamie Stanley, just 1 week ago. It was a tremendous match. He came out on top, obviously, and then he's agreed to this title versus title match against the William Martyr.
I will tell you, Bobby, the Guardian is the fightingest champion of the last 2 weeks.
Guardian, assuming he wins this match, will be defending the title against Ryan Hart in 2 weeks inside a steel cage. And we saw a vicious attack from Ryan Hart on Guardian's son, Brody, last week that absolutely disgusted me and disgusted the fans.
Well, first off, you don't come into my ring and disrespect my fans with your West Texas red, dirty, whatever that is. Now, when they told me you challenged me to a match, I was this far from saying no. And because I have an important match in a couple weeks against somebody that's gonna. Anyways, the only reason I agreed to this is because it's Uprising, and Ryan Fart is not here tonight.
Ryan Fart.
West Texas champ, whoop-de-doo.
My thoughts exactly. West Texas champ, whoopity-doo.
Hey, say what you will. I realize you have your personal feelings about West Texas. However, there's great competition over there. We have our former champion, Shiloh. They have Buzzard, William Martyr, K9. And there's an attack by William Martyr. He's starting off. That's a great strategy. Taking advantage where you can because the title is on the line.
Both titles are on the line. William Martyr wants to not only retain his Tex Division title, he also wants to retain or attain the CWF title. Now, for those of you at home that are confused, I went for the CWF West Texas Heavyweight Championship. This is not the title that is being defended tonight. This is the West Texas Division Championship.
While you're explaining your career history, brilliant move there by the Guardian.
I'm simply explaining what the titles are. I don't want the fans to be confused, but William Martyr just got thrown out of the ring by our Guardian.
The Tex Division title, it's not about weight limits, it's about state limits. It is the secondary title in CWF West Texas, currently held by William Martyr, but by the end of the night, it could be held by the Guardian. Likewise, the CWF title could be held by William Martyr. One of these men could very well walk away with 2 championships by the end of the night.
Well, they are trading forearms on the outside. Guardian goes to shoot. Oh, the Guardian just took the steel post right across the face, and he's down right in front of us.
He just went head first into the ring post.
Martyr breaks the count.
Smart move. You can't win the title on count out.
Guardian trying to shake the cobwebs off.
Running knee into the midsection of the Guardian.
So the Guardian may not have another concussion. He may have a broken rib as well. And it's great psychology. It's great workmanship by the William Martyr. But our Guardian is in big trouble now.
Absolutely, and he could very well have a concussion from that hit to the corner post, and he could have broken ribs. Look at this shot of the midsection there again.
Big double axe handle, jumping double axe handle on Guardian. Guardian's in some trouble. The West Texas champion is here to make a statement.
William Martyr is very impressive. He's improved tremendously in the ring. He's in the best shape he's ever been in. He lost 90 pounds over the last 2 years. He's gotten in great shape, but he's got a chip on his shoulder. He feels like he deserves more. And he is out to prove tonight exactly what he deserves in his own mind.
It's okay to have a chip on your shoulder. It's okay to come in here, because when you're wrestling someone the caliber of Guardian, when the CWF proper heavyweight title is on the line, you got to do whatever you can do to get that advantage. And I admire that about the William Martyr.
He's going for the Irish whip, but Guardian hanging on. Can't get him. Irish whip reversed. Guardian, big back.
Oh, must have got him 8 feet in the air. The Guardian's been in the gym, lifting the weights, pumping the iron.
Well, he was 275 for quite a while, built at 285, and that extra 10 pounds is all muscle, and you saw it right there as he lifted up the William Martyr. He's going, is that the world's strongest slam he's attempting to do? Martyr big elbows. He scouted that. Leg lariat. You do not see that from a guy who's 6'3", 245.
Only a 2 count. The William Martyr can't believe it, but the Guardian he's trying to shake the cobwebs off. Martyr needs to stay on him.
You hear the CWF faithful chanting for Guardian. He is their Guardian, not Ryan Hart's Guardian. He was clear to point that out last week on Eternal.
Well, we heard Ryan Hart refer to him as my Guardian for so long, and Guardian made it very clear last week that he is our Guardian.
Look at this, working the arm, pulling it, hyper extending it across the middle rope, which is, as I've mentioned before, not a rope at all. It is a steel cable.
Steel cable surrounded by simply, it's not a water hose. It's more like the hose that you see at the gas station. It's very, very thick. It's very, very rough. It's very hard.
It is, absolutely.
But finishing what I was saying, referring to our Guardian, I'm referring to the CWF remnant, Bobby Graham.
At a loss for words here, just watching Martyr lay into the Guardian. And I gotta wonder, what a feather in the cap of Martyr it would be to take the CWF proper heavyweight title back home to West Texas. Second chop, and I think that just awakened the big man.
I was going to say the first chop seemed like it hurt. The second one had no effect. Ducks the third one. And the Guardian with a double chop of his own.
That is one man you do not want to get chopped by, and he just got a double chop. He just slapped the "the" off of William Martyr. He is just William Martyr now.
And a huge clothesline, and William Martyr goes down as the Guardian getting his second win.
Double chop again. Martyr's chest is going to look like hamburger meat by the time this match is over.
Guardian says this is it. Guardian says we're going home. He's taking it all the way. It's death time for the William Martyr.
He picks him up. Is he going for the world's strongest slam? Wait a minute. What? Ryan Hart is here? Look at this. He is in the entrance and he's got a chair.
And now the Guardian has completely lost his focus as he had this match won. He just had to wait for a 3 count.
But look at this. Ryan Hart just sitting in the entranceway. Talk about mind games. The master manipulator, Ryan Hart. Guardian now coming to the outside.
Well, and referee Haas doing a great job trying to redirect the Guardian to stay focused on this match. This may cost Guardian the championship right here.
But this is brilliant by Ryan Hart because he's got a vested interest in this match. Think about it. He wants to distract Guardian, play mind games. The more he can get in the head of the Guardian, the better advantage he has on December the 2nd inside the steel cage.
Well, and Martyr taking the opportunity, taking the advantage while the man's distracted.
Wait, he just slid a chair in the ring. What's he doing over here by commentary? He grabs both championships.
Those aren't yours, Ryan Hart.
Well, he never lost the Texas Division title, which he'll tell you any chance he gets. Look at this, he's got a steel chair.
Oh my God!
Guardian over the back.
And the champ, the referee didn't see it.
The referee did not see it. He just sees Ryan Hart in there, which is not illegal. Spine buster. Referee going for the count. Oh! He just got martyred. Well, he just got Guardian disqualified. Again, great strategy, though. That way, Guardian retains the title. The title doesn't change hands on the disqualification.
Well, and Ryan Hart just throws the William Martyr to the outside. He's got the Tex Division title, the CWF proper title.
Now he's standing over Guardian, holding both titles. The crowd not happy at all. He just chucks the Tex Division title at Martyr, throws the CWF title on top of Guardian. Guardian's like, oh! He hits him with a chair again.
No!
Second time.
Stop it!
Haas trying to take the title from him. Look at the spot. He just shoves Haas down.
No!
That's a $5,000
No!
fine. He's going again. He keeps hitting him with the chair. Just going right into
Look
the
who
ring.
just came out!
Wait, it's Brody. Brody's got a neck brace on. Get out of there, kid. You are not a wrestler. He's trying to protect his dad. I realize the emotions are high here, but wait a minute. No! Ryan, no! Come on!
Don't do it!
Wait a minute! Thank God the Cavalry's arrived! Omega, Luke Knight, Bible Club, Dewey, Declan, Aiden! Oh, stepping in, enough is enough! He was about to hit a kid! Brody's 15 years old.
He's wearing a neck brace because of the heart attack, the stunner that he received last week from Ryan Hart. For crying out loud, criminal charges should be administered against Ryan Hart.
Ryan Hart has gone too far.
Ryan Hart is an evil, evil man.
He's proven that.
I cannot believe I spent years tagging with this man, staying in hotels with this man, traveling the world with this man. This is not the Ryan Hart that I know.
He was the best man at my wedding, and that was just a month ago. I don't even know this guy.
I was the best man at his wedding. I hear people saying let them fight, but this is not a fair fight when Ryan Hart has a chair who just delivered 4 or 5 shots to it. Go ahead, Bobby.
Guardian holding the title up, but he is worse for wear right now.
Well, 2 weeks from tonight, they're going to get the opportunity to settle it in a steel cage. It's going to be CWF champion Guardian against none other than Ryan Hart.
I cannot believe that. So still your CWF champion, Ryan Hart. Still your Tex Division champion, William Martyr. Great showing here tonight, but Ryan Hart, once again, gets in the head of the Guardian. I've got to wonder, can Guardian keep his title on December the 2nd?
Bobby, we're going to have to tune in to find out, but right now, we're going to turn it over to Chris Beard for the gospel presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to disqualification, both men are leaving with their own titles. Your CWF champion, the Guardian, will be defending that title in 2 weeks, right here against Ryan Hart inside a steel cage. You will not want to miss this. We're going to lock those guys inside this cage, and we're going to see what happens. Guys, all night long, we've watched these guys get in this ring and duke it out. Let's give another round of applause for all of the wrestlers. But let's not stop there. We had other guys get hurt tonight. Let's give it up for the refs. And the refs aren't the only ones that have been out here working. Let's give it up for Phil and Bobby, who are at the commentary table all night. We had Beth working the door. Every one of you guys saw Miss Beth. Miss Beth. Who went to concessions tonight and saw Buddy? Oh, come on! Buddy had pretzels tonight. He's still got pretzels, in case you're wondering.
Yeah! Give it up for Mr. Beard!
We have Honey, and I know she's got an assistant up there in the crow's nest, running sound and video for us. Let's hear it for them. They never pay attention. What about the merch table? Both the wrestlers' merch table, who's going to be over there in a little bit, and the CWF merch table. Then we had guys coming out of the ring. Come on, get up. We had guys coming out of the ring to make sure that everything got cleaned up. We had guys running the cameras. After the show, we're going to have people editing video so that you can go back on YouTube and watch the show. Guys, my point is it takes a team. It takes a team to do this. You came to see the wrestlers though, right? Okay? But what happens if we don't have anybody on camera? Or what happens if we don't have somebody at the door to even let you in the door? What happens if I'm not here? Or we don't have anybody on sound? Guys, we've had shows where somebody gets in an accident on the way to the show. And things happen. And we have to pivot and we have to figure out what that means. Sorry, I'm fumbling with my Bible. Hang on, sorry. In 1 Corinthians 12, verses 12 through 19, it says, "For just as the body is one and has many parts, and all the parts of that body, though many, are one body, so also is Christ. For we were all baptized by one Spirit into the body, whether Jews or Greeks, whether slaves or free, and we were all given one Spirit to drink. And that indeed the body is not one part, but many. If the foot should say, because I'm not a hand, I don't belong to the body, it is not for that reason that any less a part of the body. Guys, if everybody that walked in this door associated with Christian Wrestling Federation said, I want to be a wrestler, and I'm not going to do anything until I'm a wrestler, we're not going to be successful. At your job, if everybody walked in and said, I want to be the boss, your company's not going to be successful. If at your church, everybody says either I'm on the worship team or I'm a pastor, your church is not going to be successful. Everybody is part of the body. But you may not be the mouth. You may not be the hands. You may not be the feet. You might be a little toe. Right? You might be a spleen or an elbow. You might be a part of the body that never gets the credit. I would encourage you to recognize what your role is in the body and own it. Not just own it, but incredibly take it home and embrace it. But what if you're here tonight and you say, yeah, but I'm not special? Or, I don't even know that I belong. I was outcast and I was sent away so long ago. I don't, come on, dude. The church ain't got nothing for me, because I ain't got nothing for the church. I want to take you back to the Jewish customs in the time of Jesus, over 2,000 years ago, right? Every young man at the age of 5 was taken to Hebrew school. He was taken to school and he began to learn the Torah. The first 5 books of the Bible. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Every child was taken in and said, we're going to learn this. For several years. And after several years, what they did is they took the top of the class. And they said, you can stay. And the rest of you need to go home and you need to learn your family's business. And then a few years later, they're going to make another cut. And they're going to take the best of the best and say, you can stay, and the rest of you can go home and learn your family business. And then a few years later, they take the best of the best of the best, and they make another cut. And the rest of you can go home. In Matthew 4, we hear the story of Jesus. And he goes down to the docks, and he sees these 2 fishermen, Simon and Andrew. Simon's later known as Peter. And he goes, you two, put down your nets and follow me. Now keep in mind, the best of the best of the best were called, and they said, you can stay if you find a rabbi. And if that rabbi says, yes, you can learn from me, then you stay and you learn from him as much as you can. These 2 men obviously had been in school. They've been in the temple, in school for, I don't know how long. But at some point they got cut and they went home and they learned the family business. And then Jesus shows up. And he says, you two, come and follow me. I want to be your rabbi. What he did is he called the rejects. He called 2 and eventually 12 that had been shunned by the temple and told them, you don't have worth here. Go elsewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, every single one of you have been called by Jesus. Amen. Every single one of you, Jesus says, I don't care what anybody else said about you. I'm telling you that you have worth. I'm telling you that I've got something in store for you. I've got a plan for you, and I want you part of this body. Yeah, but Jesus, I don't know what I've got for you. I've been told for way too long that I've got nothing to give you. I've been told for way too long that I don't belong, And Jesus says, don't worry about what they say. You worry about what I say. And Jesus says that you're worth it. Jesus said, you're worth so much that I'm going to die on this cross. I'm going to hang there after being scourged and my back ripped open. I'm going to lay on this cross and let them nail me to it. And then I'm going to hang there. And I'm going to be separated from my own Father, who I've never been separated before. Because of you. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what you've been told in your past. I know it hurts. God knows it hurts. And he still tells you that you're worth it. He says, I've got plans for you. They may not look anything like what you think that they look like, but are you willing to follow me anyway? When Simon and Peter left the boat and they decided, okay, yeah, I'm going to follow Jesus. You think that they knew what they were in store for? No. They just knew that that's Jesus, and that's my future, and that's who I need to be following. And whatever he tells me to do, I'm going to do. I'm going to get as close to him as I possibly can. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the invitation tonight. Whether you've been saved for your entire life, or tonight's a decision that's going to change the rest of your life, that's the decision. Are you willing to lay down your agenda and recognize the calling that he has on your life? You may not know what it is, and that's okay, because he loves you, and he'll reveal it to you in his time. So I'm going to invite the wrestlers to come out. Not just the wrestlers, but everybody in the back to come out, because every one of them is part of the body. And the invitation tonight, here in a second, we're going to pray. And when we pray, I invite you to do a gut check. Jesus, what do you have for me tonight? I'm willing to follow you. I'm willing to lay down my agenda. I'm willing to lay down my nets and everything that I know to chase you. So I'm going to ask everybody in here to bow with me. And if you mean it in your heart, I ask that you pray with me. Father, you were here before time began. You spoke and our world was created. You spoke and put things into motion that would ultimately end to this moment right here, right now, Father. God, I don't know what's in store next, but I want whatever it is to be yours. Father, I give my life to you. And I'm not asking for easy, I'm just asking for you, Father. Because with you, everything is possible. Thank you, Father.